When I first came here, I didn't know anybody. I didn't speak the language, and then I didn't carry my history in a way, and then so I didn't matter because even if I drop dead, nobody cares, because nobody knows me.
I come from a very unique and thankful um, uh, kind of stance, and I was adopted the day I was born. Um, my older brother Owen, he's my parents' biological son. My father's Japanese, my mom is English Irish. Um, my sister, my younger sister Leilei, she was adopted as well and born in China.
He definitely had a huge impact on, I guess, all three of us in some way. For him, it was always just like, you can do whatever you want to do.
Little story, when I was younger in high school, um, I would I would sneak out to go out of my house to go hang out with friends or visit my girlfriend who lived in Tribeca. And I guess for whatever reason there was this one morning I was sneaking back into my house between maybe 4 or 5 in the morning, and my dad was downstairs waiting for me as I was trying to sneak in, and he was really just so happy to see me because he thought that I may have run away. Kind of was holding me and may have been kind of tearing or crying. I think I'm not going to say from that moment on my life changed, but that particular story was one of those first moments where I was a little bit more aware of my actions and how I could affect my dad.
I mean, I think we definitely got, we don't really speak about it now, but definitely 9/11, because I was in school down there and he came to pick me up that day. So it's kind of one of those like weird bonding moments where you don't really say anything, but there's a lot going on, and it was kind of just nice to have a parent there and also just not be like pressed to talk about anything. But it was just really comforting, like even just walking back like home with him when this whole big thing was going on. Like it was just super nice to have my dad there and have him come pick me up and take care of me, and oh, that's my dad. Like that's what he's supposed to do, and that's what a dad does. Stuff like that. But he's definitely taught me how to like take a photograph and how to look at things in a different kind of artistic way, which is cool to learn because you don't really, it's not something that you kind of just learn that easily.
My father, he was in the production world about 30 years ago or so. He started off as a model maker in the art department.
What happened was I first wanted to become an artist. I did some like carpentry work or something. And then one time some photographer friend asked me to build some prop for a shoot. And then I built it, and then I got like about 10 times as much money as building bookcases or something. So I said, okay, this is a good way to make a living. So I started to make props and stuff, and then after a while, some people make films, movies or TV commercials, started asking me to build some things, and then I started doing that. And then when you get doing for films and video, the props that I built, not only it's there, but it has to do something, move from here to there, and so sort of without knowing, it went into sort of like area of special effects, and then I was doing for a while, and then after a while, I realized if I had another director telling me what to do, it might be easier that if I shoot it myself. So I went into shooting, and first I didn't even know what f-stop was and so on and so forth. But somehow I got into shooting special effects things, and then that's how. So one time I had a shop, kind of a special effect house, that I had a kind of like a building things, models, you call it, department, and then mechanical department does all the, parts even for camera, and then also a shooting stage. When I first, I was not a photographer. I've never, I was never trained as a photographer. And then first, I found myself got stuck with some preconditioned ideas of what the photography is or whatever. And it's very difficult to be free from it, And then you don't have anything to say about yourself, what you can do, what you're capable of, or, what kind of human being you are, or whatever, And if you don't have it, you care about those, it's like I started to break, different angles or different whatever, And then, after a while, you find that you get stuck with that style, and then how to get free from the style that I created.
He's very into low angles, and he's really into people, which is kind of strange because it's different from like portraiture or just landscape stuff. It's more of, he kind of combines the two in a photo. It's cool to see like his different vantage points because he'll actually like get down on the ground and take a photo, and you kind of lose all the kind of things you're taught in like a photography class, like the rule of threes. Like you don't have that with his photos, but I think there's something super like abstract about him, but it still looks like a very composed image at the end, which not a lot of people can pull off. I think it's hard to kind of just take a photo of something and see an image while you're taking it, but he can do that, and I'm super jealous of it because I can't always do that for him, and it's just kind of effortless for him. Like he'll see something and he'll be like, oh wow, that would make a great photo, and I'll look at it and it's just like a chair or a person sitting down, and he, in his mind, he sees this whole like great picture.
And in a way, like I envy you. You are not bounded by all those, old classic ideas, So I think the effort is to be freer. I see myself, reflected on the windows of subway, and then there's all those guys, right? All of a sudden, there's a guy very, very. I'm looking up, I'm like, wow, I'm different from them. If you don't have anything to say about yourself, what you can do, what you're capable of, or, what kind of human being you are, or whatever, So in that case, I don't care if culturally I'm Japanese, but I don't care if I'm Japanese. I'm one of the people, is what I think.